Alright, Dennis here, back with another video. Y'all already know what the link read. Make sure y'all like and subscribe and hit that notification button. It's greatly appreciated. Hey, you, right there. Y'all see it. Watch this video to the end, boy. Alright, so tonight, it's gonna be a very interesting episode tonight. Yes, yet another album review. I gave this a lot of thought for about maybe a week now. And I noticed that it's not that many album reviews on one particular album that I'm about to speak about tonight, and that is none other than the legendary icon Busta Rhymes. Now, Busta Rhymes dropped his 11th studio album entitled BlockBusta. Now, BlockBusta has a total of 19 songs on the original version of this project, and he recently released a deluxe version that includes 2 extra songs, which making it 21 songs. And I would like to name those bonus songs, by the way. And if you know about these 2 bonus songs, I'm sure you probably followed him on Instagram or maybe Twitter, where he made this announcement. And if you go to his personal website, that's the only way you can get it. Now, I believe that these songs are no longer available. He's giving you 2 extra songs in the deluxe version for a one-time offer of $5. I'm pretty sure him and his team will encourage you to purchase the album as well. So I took some notes here. Now, I'm not going to talk about all 19 songs. Now, if you did care to see the interview, if you've seen any of the album reviews, they pretty much saying the same thing and probably a little bit more brutal than what you're about to hear tonight. First and foremost, I am a big Busta Rhymes fan. He's in my top 10. Anybody that knows me knows it's no secret. I mean, Busta Rhymes is one of them guys, one of the most legendary hip-hop figures in our time. So with that said, he released the album BlockBusta. Now, BlockBusta, for me personally, as a Busta Rhymes fan, I didn't have a lot of expectations for this album. I'm going to say that respectfully. Number one, Busta Rhymes is 51 years of age, and not using that as an excuse, I'm just simply saying that he's been in the game a mighty long time. So Busta Rhymes still to this day, which I'm pretty sure has the greatest show on earth next to Puff Daddy. That was just like the norm in terms of our culture. Now, this is the ultimate showman along with Spliff Star. Busta Rhymes has put together a show like none other. To this day, he's touring right now, and he's on campaign not only for this album, but he's had a hell of a 2023, and we can even say a 2022. Dropping first, let me just give a mention to Extinction Level Event 2, which is why we were expecting a lot more from this BlockBusta album. Part of that promo, we know that this project was executive produced by a 3-headed monster, if you will, in Timbaland, Swizz Beatz, and Pharrell. Now, normally if you follow Busta Rhymes, you know that it's only one executive producer on the Busta Rhymes album, and that's Busta Rhymes. So in this case, he thought maybe let's go ahead, let's make history, let's bust some heads, and let's give him this album. BlockBusta fan, you know Busta Rhymes really is a perfectionist. He takes his time with every intricate detail in terms of production, in terms of the way he deliver his lyrics, deliver his songs, deliver his flows, whatever you want to call it. He brings a certain excellence to the game in terms of flow, in terms of bars. He wants to make sure he's one of the guys that practices one of the things that makes him have one of the most impeccable flows ever, and that's being able to dance in the pockets of the beat. Now, a lot of people don't know what that means, but for us artists, us songwriters and everything, we know about that. The pocket is that sweet spot in production that, you know, if you a lyricist, or if you want to get your words out, and if you do that thing right, the pocket is where you want to be. So with that being said, moving along, I had to take my glasses off for this. Now, let's talk about the amount of standout features that's on here. Now, forgive me if I miss anybody from this list. Now, starting with Kodak Black. Kodak Black, he actually did his thing. A lot of the artists that was featured on this project did their thing respectfully. I mean, he had a lot of young artists, and I guess you could say he was bridging the gap on this one. And I totally understood the assignment completely. Moving along, here's all the standouts. He had The Baby, Kodak, Young Blue, Cola Ray, which we know with one of the lead songs off the project, which was Luxury Life. Now, we know about Luxury Life. We also know about the joint he had with Bia. I think it's called Beach Ball, I believe. He even got a joint with Burna Boy, and the song with Thugger is ringing out right now. Shouts out to Thugger, free Thugger, by the way. Who else he had on here? He had Quavo, Breezy, T-Pain, and UK artist Gigs. Don't know too much about him, but the little bit of research that I've done on him. He has a huge following in the UK, and he's one of the premier artists in the UK. So shouts out to Gig. And now a lot of the reviews that I've seen so far, and there's very few of them, and I noticed that nobody's really talking about this project, and I think I kind of understand why, because a lot of the core Busta fans, I noticed that they're bashing the album. Some even saying it's mid, some saying it's and it's got a pretty let's just say modest to low rating, and and I just like I say, I had low expectations for this, so I wasn't really expecting replay value, but I was a little bit surprised. And 2023 is the end of 2023 has been a lot of surprises with a lot of mature artists, seasoned artists, such as I say. So with the seasoned vets, we've seen a lot of different things, which by the way, in more recent times, AZ just dropped the album. I caught a couple interviews with him, and I'm currently listening to that now, so we won't speak too much on that right now. So I'm actually in the process of giving that a full listen. We had Nas that went on one of the most incredible runs in hip hop for a seasoned vet. The man is doing his thing. So shouts out to Nas. Brings me back to Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes has been on a tear this year, winning the Lifetime Achievement Award at the BET Awards. Also, like I said, he's got one of the hottest acts around right now. He's traveling all over the world on tour. I mean, it's Busta Rhymes. I mean, so he got pretty much a second win, and he's probably the happiest he's ever been, according to Busta Rhymes. So we're not gonna twist any words up. We're not trying to play the media, so I'm just gonna get right to it. So let's talk about what I consider the highlights, more than what a lot of these people is naming. So let's just put them out there. Remind Them, Robo Shotta, Homage, Luxury Life, those are all have been mentioned, and The Statement, which is the intro track to BlockBusta, is one of the favorites. Okay, which featuring Thugger, The Hive, Hold Up, Could It Be You, and I think that's about it. So let's get to the rating, shall we? Now, studies show on YouTube, and a lot of the critics and a lot of the fans is giving this album a strong 2.5 off a 5-star scale. I'm giving it, with biasness, a 3 out of 5 stars, and without my biasness, a 2.5 stars. So I'm pretty much the reviews, the reactions, and everything is pretty much spot on with mine, per se. And no way I'm saying that I'm a judge and jury, but I don't, I treat all my favorite artists the same way, and I hold them at a high clip. Just like if Jay-Z was to drop an album right now, do I want to listen to another Jay-Z album? I've said this plenty of times. I'm one of the biggest Jay-Z fans there is, and I would respectfully say hell no, because why? Nobody's looking for another Jay-Z album. I know I'm not, and I'm a Jay-Z fan. I don't think Jay-Z should drop an album. Why? He beat the game 100 million times. He's at the top of the top. I like to remember my legends the way they ended the career. And if you ended on a high note, and in his case, he had one of the greatest careers of all time in terms of just diversifying the portfolio. Snoop Dogg is another one of them. It is what it is, but the vets, they like to show every now and then, and they earned the right to say, well, you know what, I still got it. And this is the case with Busta Rhymes. I guess he wanted to prove to himself, well, just like if you heard his speech in the Lifetime Achievement Award speech, he kind of talked about it then, like, making it a point to bridge the gap, do songs, collab and work with all of the younger artists, and bringing that into the forefront, and just, just making some music together, and, putting together a pretty much, not to say a perfect project. It's not a Busta Rhymes quintessential album is what we were expecting, but it's pretty much he was going for the commercial. He was going the commercial route with this one. An album full of bangers, which is to be expected when you got a Timbaland, a Swiss Beats, and a Pharrell. All those producers have endless hits under their belt. They're known for anthems. They're known for hits. So when you got that three-headed monster behind the helm, you expect the production to be top tier. And brings me to the production. I give the production a strong B+. Now, Busta always has some Busta always has some nice production for the most, but I don't think, strangely enough, I thought I'd never say this with Busta Rhymes, but it's a lot of songs where he kind of showed his age a bit here and there. It's not the same polished Busta where he just, and he kind of harped too long on one cadence of flow, in my opinion. I think everybody was kind of like, okay, can we get the Busta Rhymes that we're accustomed to? We want some bars, polished flow to where it's almost flawless. Instead, he was giving us too much of that. So he was doing too much of that, in my opinion, enough, not to my liking. Therefore, this album doesn't really give you the replay value, but we understood, or at least I understand, what this album was initially intended to do. do, and it probably would do it. Who knows? I hope we get another album. I hope we get our lick back in terms of, I'm pretty sure Busta got endless songs in the vault. I'm hoping that we can get another Busta Rhymes album to follow up this one. I understand the campaign behind it, and great campaign by the way, but still, I'm giving it a 2.5 non-bias and a 3 with my biasness. 3 out of 5. So we're gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna lip box too much about the album because I think I pretty much said what I needed to say. I just find it mind-boggling that it wasn't too many reviews on this. So I gave it about a week before I said anything. I gave it a thorough listen, and I think my position is pretty much the same, you know what I mean? So I'm not saying give it up, Bust. I'm just saying let me get another album, you know what I mean? Like, I get it what you was trying to do with the kids, and if that's who you was reaching to, and I sincerely hope that they have a difference of opinion than what we have, because we hold the great ones at a higher clip, and I'm holding you at a higher clip. I don't make no exceptions for you or any of my top 10 because I hold y'all at a high clip, and I expect you to give me something. And in this case, I understood the assignment. That's why I'm giving you a 3 out of 5. Now, Busta, I expect at least a 4-star or better. You know what I mean? Because you are one of the elite. So come on, man. Give me another album. Give us another album along with the album you got now. And now I understand what that album's gonna do or what you projected to do. You know, I just think that, you know, we could have did a little bit better. That's all I'm saying. Just like everybody else. Some people even said it was mid. Now, would I judge you? No, not really. I get it. Busta is still Busta Rhymes, but we don't, you know, it'd be wrong for me to hold you to like the Big Bang Busta or the, you know what I mean? Like 51 years old, you earned the right to do whatever you want to do. I mean, look at Andre 3 Stacks. The man put out a whole mood music flute album that probably like this got something to do with healing or just focus. You know, he is in a whole nother genre. So now it kind of just made us a little more open mind. Now me, I don't really bash too many people no more like I used to. I used to be really, really brutal. But in today's music, you know, I tend to have an open mind a little bit more. And I think Bus have an open mind too, obviously. If you listen to the records, you see he's doing a lot of different things, jumping outside of the box. He's going in the Afro funk. He's going trap and you know, he's just going in a lot of different, he's going the commercial route. He's trying to create banger after banger after banger. He wanted to do 19 bangers. I even like the fine touch he did where, you know, he put the kids on one song. I thought that was dope too. That's one of the songs I did like. I think I mentioned that. Legacy. Legacy is the name of the song. I think I mentioned that. But just in case I didn't mention it, shouts out to that. I thought that was pretty dope. So that's gonna end my vlog for tonight. Make sure you like and subscribe and hit that notification button. Go to www.PowerCircle.life and meet yourself. So you already know what's up. $10 free shipping handling. Don't just buy one, buy 10. Bringing the simplicity and the fun back to cooking, and it will surely bless you. I promise you that. I stand by it. Shouts out to everybody that even purchased the job. We got a lot of short films down the turnpike. Excited to bring this to you, bring all these productions to you. So we got a few in the chamber right now. We are in production with learning script. You know how this thing goes. For all of you that in the acting, y'all know it's a lot that goes behind the scenes to bring this to life. So, and a lot of times, a lot of people really respect results anyway. So that being said, keep God first, stay sucker free, and by all means get to the money. Peace and love, stay healthy, and I'm out this joint.